All right, Shalom. All right, we're the brothers out of Great Millstone, Atlanta. This is Gamal Yala.
Brother Kashakwala.
All right, first and foremost, we want to give all praises to
YAHAWAH,
BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Akakwadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akinab pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right. Now, we basically gonna do a lesson. All right, based off of a precept that me and the brother basically came across. All right, and basically in regards to if you need direction, okay, because sometimes in this truth, all right, sometimes you just kind of lose focus of you know where you're headed, you know, your position in the camp, you know what I mean. Sometimes you just kind of will lose that sense of direction, you know. But you got to remember that the Lord basically has us on these individual missions, okay, to basically wake up the elect. So this is the definition of direction. It says, oh, listen to this. It says action of directing or guiding, making straight, a straight line, okay, directing towards something. All right, so, hey, one thing, making straight, right? So you want your path to be straight. When we're on this path to righteousness, okay, we want a straight line to the kingdom, you know. Let's see, to direct, to guide, to set straight. That's pretty much it. Yeah, you got it.
Like in that definition, it says to set straight. YAHAWASHI is speaking about the straight gate. There's only one way to go in. Also, when you read the Book of Sirach, it talks about how there's fire and water on one side of another, meaning it's a very narrow path and a straight path. The Lord is all about getting from point A to point B. That's why he always says. That's why he says in the scripture, "Let your yea be yea and your nay be nay." There is no indecisive or curvy type routes. It's either you're gonna go through it or find a cheap way out. You see what I'm saying? And the Lord requires us to go through what we go through. That's why he says endure like a soldier. And that's why the scriptures also say we endure all things for the elect's sake. If we have to endure, that means we're going through a straight path, getting to point A to point B, regardless whatever's in front of us. That's right. And the Lord's going to guide us to that direction.
I got that Strait Gate. Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the Strait Gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way. Now, as we know, that word straight is not talking about the same straight from that word direction, okay? That straight means position of difficulty. So, like the brother said, you know, entering in at the Strait Gate, you got to go through these things, okay? You have to actually, you know, be tried, okay? The Lord puts us through these certain situations to be battle tested. And it says, broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Verse 14, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. You know? So yeah, that the way of reproof and, you know, getting corrected, that's the straight way. All right? You got it.
That's right. So we can get that Psalm 73. I'll read it for you.
All right.
This is Psalm 73 and 23. It says, I'll start at 22. So foolish was I and arrogant. I was as a beast before thee. Nevertheless, I am continually with thee. Thou hast holden me by my right hand. Okay, and it says thou hast holden me by my right hand, meaning the Lord holding our hands through this, man. Literally, he's our dad. You see, when just a personal testimony. When I was young, man, I went to Disneyland. I was a young little boy, probably 6, 7 years old or whatever. Went with my family. Whose hand was I holding through the amusement park so I won't get lost? My dad, man. All right, it's the same thing in this instance, except we're holding the Lord Yahawah's hand through this, man. BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI.
And that's the only direction. Okay, our only direction, because the scriptures say really, there's no such thing as free will. So ultimately, everything is the Lord's. Really all we're doing is just holding his hand and going wherever he takes us. Because, hey, look, as a child, you're not the one holding your father's hand. I mean, your father's not holding your hand.
Yeah.
You're holding your father's hand, so you're going to go wherever he goes. That's the direction, It says, you can keep going.
Verse 24 says, thou shalt guide me with thy counsel, and afterward receive me to glory.
Mm-hmm.
You see, it says you should guide me with thy counsel. All right. How do we get that counsel? Through the men he set up, through your perspective camps. All right, and your perspective or specific leaders that you have in each individual camp, and also the examples that the apostles and elders push. That's your counseling. Okay, those are your admonishments, your reproofs, and your rebukes coming from.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but that's what the Lord shows it through, and that's how you get guidance. The scriptures say, "Do nothing without advice." Yep. Okay, don't do anything without some type of admonishment. So why would you do anything without the Lord guiding you with His counsel? You see, the scriptures say in Proverbs 3:5, lean not on thine own understanding.
Mm-hmm.
If you're leaning on your own understanding, you're abhorring a godly man and his godly counsel.
That's right.
You see? You got it, bro.
Yeah, So, hey, the best thing to do is just to that's basically what we're saying is allow the Spirit to guide you. Okay? The Spirit is going to take you wherever you need to go. And that's how we're going to have to be in that day. All right? I always bring up that movie, The Book of Eli, because that's a perfect example of basically having a sense of direction. And that direction isn't it's not like, oh yeah, it's not planned out.
Mm-mm.
You're just going with the Spirit. That's the direction. The direction is to go wherever the Lord takes you. Because in that day, like I said, we're not gonna know where the Lord's gonna take us. Oh yeah, the Lord's gonna take me to so and so, and I'm gonna prophesy here. No, the Lord, it's gonna be up in the air. Ain't no telling where we'll end up.
Exactly.
I
got a precept for you.
You got it.
This is John 3:6. It says, that which is born of the flesh is flesh,
Mm-hmm.
and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Verse 7, marvel not that I said unto thee, ye must be born again.
Mm-hmm.
This is the point. Verse 8, the wind bloweth where it listeth,
Yep.
and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it cometh,
Mm-hmm.
and whither it goeth. So
it.
is every one that is born of the Spirit. So this is the Lord talking to Nicodemus and saying you have to be born again. And it says, he said, those who are born of the Spirit is of the Spirit. Okay? And he explains how the Spirit moves in verse 8. It goes where it goes. So if you're born in the Spirit, like the Captain Gamal was just saying, if you in the Spirit, you gonna go where the Spirit takes you. There ain't no, okay, I got this planned out, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go here. We're gonna escape Esau here. Then we're gonna flank around. Then we're gonna find a large food stash here, and then I'm gonna get spiritual powers, and we're all gonna teleport. No, it don't work like that.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just gonna. It's almost like y'all gonna be aimlessly walking until the Spirit hits you to give you direction to where you need to be.
Yeah.
You see,
Mm-hmm.
like the brother mentioned in the Book of Eli, he was just going,
Mm-hmm.
and the Spirit directed him to where he needed to be. That goes to show you, we have no type of power, and we lean on a source that we heavily need.
Mm-hmm.
You see,
Con, were you done with that? I got some.
Yeah. What is it?
This is Job 33 and 15.
Job 33 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
I'll read it for you.
Con.
This is Job chapter 33 and 15. It says, in a dream. Can I start at 14?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It says, Job 33 and 14. For the Most High speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth it not. Verse 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed.
Yeah, so verse 14, the Most High speaketh, yet twice, yet man perceiveth not. All right, because who was it? Was it Samuel, or no, it was one of the prophets, Saul. When the Lord basically was speaking to Saul, Samuel told him he was basically, the Lord was speaking to him, and he didn't perceive it. You know, so Samuel told him, Samuel, or was it Eli? It was one of the prophets. I think it was,
you talking about when he got told to go kill the Amalekites?
I'm talking about when the 3 times when basically the Lord kept calling him in his sleep.
Oh, that was Samuel.
Samuel, right.
And Eli said, "That man, it's the Lord talking to you, man."
Right, Samuel and Eli, yeah, the water, yeah. So, yeah, because Samuel didn't perceive that it was the Lord talking to him. So, but Eli knew. But that's what this is going into. So the Most High speaketh, twice, yet man perceiveth it not. So the Lord is speaking through our lives individually, all the time. You know, like that saying is always, the Lord works in mysterious ways. We don't really know, some things why the Lord takes. We don't really understand a lot of the things that the Lord has us go through, but at the end of the day, it's for a particular purpose, whatever it is. And it says, keep going to 15.
Verse 15 says, "In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction."
That's right. Yeah. So basically, going into the Lord sealing your instruction. Okay. When you're sleeping, okay, you're getting that nice deep sleep. The Lord is working on your mind and sealing your instructions for that following day. Yeah. And that's how we are a creation. Okay, we're not of ourselves. We're not of any other power except YAHAWASHI. Correct. He created us. He's the one. This is his program. He's the one that's basically giving us the inspiration and the direction. That word inspiration basically means to breathe in. So he's giving us the breath of life. All right. That was I think that was it.
Con. I did want to say, even how he gives the instruction in our sleep. You gotta think, when you're in your sleep, that's probably one of your most humility. I don't know how to say it. Most humbling state.
Yeah.
You're in the most humble state.
When
you're asleep. That is like when you sleep, you shut up. You ain't moving. You know what I'm saying? You knocked out. That's when he could. That's when he could deal with you the best.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I got one more precept for you, and we can close that on this.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 58:11. It says, "And the Lord shall guide thee continually, and satisfy thy soul in drought, and make fat thy bones, and thou shalt be like a watered garden, and like a spring of water, whose waters fail not." All right, just like it says in was that Ecclesiasticus 24? It says, I think it's Ecclesiasticus 24, where YAHAWASHI says, and through me I would never fail. Okay, and also it says the Lord will guide thee continually to bring you out of a drought, to make you fat, and that's spiritually with wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and actual literally, according to Isaiah 65, my servant shall eat and drink.
Yeah.
And actually carnally, literally, he'll fill you up, man. But more so in the spirit. So that's all I got for you.
Yeah. So that was just a quick lesson. Basically going into the direction, and like we said, we don't really understand a lot of the things that a lot of times we may ponder about where we're gonna end up, or what may befall of us or whatever. But hey, we just gotta ride it out through the spirit, and just see how the Lord utilizes us. And there's no reason for us to feel like we're lacking a sense of direction, because at the end of the day, we're moving towards the kingdom. That's the direction that we're headed in. Exactly. But yeah, Lord.